Setting the stage the world in 490 BCE. The year is 490 BCE. The world is a tapestry of rising and falling empires. In the east, the Persian Empire stands as a colossal power. Its reach extends from the Indus River to the shores of the Aegean Sea. It is a realm of immense wealth, diverse cultures, and formidable military might. The Persian Empire is ruled by King Darius I, a ruler with a vision for an even grander Persian dominion. To the west, across the Aegean, lies a collection of independent city-states that make up ancient Greece. These city-states are far from unified. They are bound by shared language, culture, and religion. However, rivalries and conflicts between them are common. The stage is set for a clash of civilizations, a confrontation that will determine the fate of Greece and have lasting implications for the course of Western history. The Persian Colossus, Darius I and the Darius Empire. Darius I, King of Kings, was a ruler of immense ambition and vision. He ascended to the Persian throne in 522 BCE. Darius inherited a vast empire, already the largest the world had ever seen. Yet Darius was driven by a desire to expand the Persian realm even further. He sought to bring glory to the Persian name and secure his legacy as one of the greatest rulers in history. Darius's ambition led him westward, towards the independent city-states of Greece. The Greeks, with their democratic ideals and independent spirit, posed a challenge to the Persian vision of a unified empire. The Persians had faced revolts from Greek cities in Ionia, fueling Darius's desire to punish the Greeks and bring them under his control. The stage was set for a showdown between the might of the Persian Empire and the defiant spirit of the Greek city-states. A city of defiance, Athens, and the spirit of resistance. Among the Greek city-states, Athens stood out for its commitment to democracy and its growing influence in the region.
The Athenians had established a system of government where citizens participated directly in political decision-making. This system, known as democracy, instilled in the Athenians a fierce sense of independence and a willingness to defend their freedoms at all costs.
When news of the approaching Persian threat reached Athens, the city's response was swift and resolute. The Athenians were determined to resist Persian aggression and preserve their way of life. They understood that the stakes were high. The fate of not only Athens but of all of Greece hung in the balance. Several other Greek city-states joined Athens in forming an alliance to resist the invaders. The stage was set for a David and Goliath struggle, a clash between a mighty empire and a coalition of small, independent city-states determined to fight for their freedom. The Persian armada set sail destination Greece. In 490 BCE, Darius I launched his first campaign against Greece. A massive Persian fleet carrying tens of thousands of soldiers set sail across the Aegean Sea. The sight of this armada with its hundreds of warships stretching across the horizon must have been awe-inspiring and terrifying in equal measure. The Persian fleet, under the command of the generals Datis and Artaphernes, made landfall at the Bay of Marathon. Marathon was a strategic choice for the Persians. It offered a suitable landing beach for their vast army and was located within a day's march from Athens. The Persians aimed to crush the Athenians and make them an example to other Greek city-states contemplating resistance. The arrival of the Persian army at Marathon sent shockwaves through Greece. The Athenians and their allies were vastly outnumbered. The Battle of Marathon, a clash that would shape the destiny of Western civilization, was about to begin. Preparing for the inevitable, the Greek strategies for war.
Faced with the overwhelming might of the Persian army, we knew that we could not defeat our enemy in a straight-up fight. We had to use our limited resources wisely and employ cunning tactics to overcome the odds. The fate of Athens, and perhaps all of Greece, rested on our strategic brilliance.
The Athenian army, led by General Miltiades, was composed primarily of hoplites. Hoplites were heavily armed citizen soldiers. They fought in a tightly packed formation known as the phalanx. The phalanx was a formidable fighting force, especially on level ground.
I understood the strengths and weaknesses of both the Greek and Persian armies. We needed to choose our battleground carefully to minimize these disadvantages and maximize the effectiveness of the phalanx.
The clash of civilizations. The Battle of Marathon unfolds. The Battle of Marathon took place on a hot, dusty plain in September 490 BCE. The Persian army, vastly outnumbering the Athenians and their Plataean allies, formed up on the plain, their lines stretching for what must have seemed like miles. The Persian generals, confident in their superior numbers, anticipated an easy victory. The Athenian army, far smaller but no less determined, took up a position on the higher ground overlooking the plain. Miltiades, aware of the Persian advantage in cavalry and archery, had chosen his battleground carefully. The terrain would limit the effectiveness of the Persian cavalry, and the higher ground gave the Athenian archers a slight advantage. For several days, the two armies faced each other across the plain. The fate of Greece, the future of democracy, and the course of Western civilization hung in the balance. Victory and legend, the run of Phidippides. Miltiades, the Athenian general, saw an opportunity to break the stalemate. He ordered his hoplites to advance towards the Persian lines. The Greeks charged with incredible speed and ferocity. This took the Persians by surprise. They had underestimated the resolve of the Athenian warriors. The clash between the two armies was fierce and brutal. The Greek hoplites, despite being outnumbered, fought with incredible courage and discipline. Their phalanx formation held firm against repeated Persian assaults. Against all odds, the Athenians and their allies were victorious. They routed the Persian army, driving them back to their ships.
Legend has it that I, Phidippides, was dispatched from Marathon to Athens to announce the Greek victory. This legendary run has inspired the modern marathon race, a testament to the endurance and spirit of the ancient Greeks.
History's lens modern perspectives on the Battle of Marathon.
The Battle of Marathon has captivated historians for centuries. Modern historians, using archaeological evidence and ancient texts, have pieced together a more detailed understanding of the battle. However, some aspects of the battle, such as the exact number of soldiers involved, remain a subject of debate. Ancient sources often exaggerate the size of armies, and the Battle of Marathon is no exception. Herodotus, a Greek historian who lived in the 5th century BCE, claimed that the Persian army numbered in the hundreds of thousands. Modern historians believe the Persian army was likely much smaller, perhaps in the tens of thousands. Regardless of the exact numbers involved, the significance of the Battle of Marathon is undeniable. It was a pivotal moment in Greek history, marking the first major defeat of the Persian Empire.
The Marathon legacy, a victory for the ages. The Battle of Marathon was more than just a military victory. It was a victory for democracy, for freedom, and for the spirit of human resilience. The Athenians, against overwhelming odds, had defended their city, their way of life, and their right to self-governance. The victory at Marathon resonated throughout Greece and beyond. It showed that even the mightiest empires could be defeated by smaller, determined forces fighting for a just cause. The Battle of Marathon had a profound impact on the course of Western civilization. It marked a turning point in the Greco-Persian Wars, ultimately leading to the Greek victory and the preservation of Greek culture, democracy, and philosophy. The story of the Athenian victory, of their courage and sacrifice, has inspired generations of people throughout history. It serves as a reminder that freedom is not free, that it must be defended against those who would seek to take it away. Themes of courage and unity. Lessons from Marathon. The Battle of Marathon is replete with themes that resonate deeply with audiences even today. It highlights the power of courage in the face of overwhelming odds. The Athenian hoplites, vastly outnumbered by the Persians, stood their ground and fought with exceptional bravery. They knew the risks, yet they chose to defend their city and their way of life, knowing that their sacrifice would secure the freedom of future generations. Marathon also underscores the importance of unity and a shared purpose. The Athenians, joined by their Plataean allies, put aside any differences they might have had and fought together as one. They understood that their strength lay in their unity, and that only by working together could they hope to overcome the Persian threat. The Athenians were not only courageous, but also strategically astute. Miltiades, their general, brilliantly exploited the terrain and the weaknesses of the Persian army. Conclusion: Marathon's enduring impact. The echoes of the Battle of Marathon still reverberate today. It stands as a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who fight for freedom, the power of unity in the face of adversity, and the impact that a single event can have on the course of history. The courage displayed by the Athenian hoplites continues to inspire, their sacrifice a reminder of the high cost of liberty. The legacy of Marathon lies not just in the annals of history, but in the hearts and minds of all who value freedom, courage, and the pursuit of a better world.